Hello dear students, this is Jackishan. Welcome to the fifth part of this chapter, chapter 6, Lines and Angles. Students, till now we have covered the introduction part of this chapter as well as we have seen the concepts of exercise 6.1 and 6.2, and also we have covered exercise 6.1. In this part of the video we are going to cover exercise 6.2. Okay, so if you have not seen the previous parts of the video, so firstly just go through that, okay, so that you can understand this part easily. So let us see, students, the question of exercise 6.2. So the first question of exercise 6.2 is, in figure, find the value of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. See, in this figure, one line segment is AB is here and one line is CD is here, okay, and here this angle is 50 degree, this is x, this is y, and this is 130 degree. So firstly we have to find the value of x and y and then we will show that AB is parallel to CD. How will find the value of x and y? See, students, we know very well that this line, this is the line, and the angles on this line are linear pair, okay. So this 50 and this x is linear pair, so we can write in the solution of this, from figure we can see that 50 degree plus x is equal to 180 degree. Reason behind it is linear pair of angles, okay, linear pair of angles. So from this we can find the value of x, that will be 180 degree, and this 50 will be shifted, then it will be 180 degree minus 50, then it will be 130 degree. So the value of x is 130 degree. Now we'll find the value of y. How we'll find? See, students, this x and this is y, okay. We can apply here alternate interior angle also, but here we can see that this is more easy. This is 130 degree. From figure we can see that y is equal to 130 degree. Directly we can write. Why? Because these are the angles which are vertically opposite to each other. These are the angles which are vertically opposite angles. So the value of y is also what? 130 degree. So here we have seen x and y, okay, both are equal to 130 degree, and suppose it is equation number 1 and it is equation number 2. So we can say from 1 and 2, if both are equal to 130 degree, we can say that x is equal to y, and this is the pair of, and these are the pair of alternate interior angle, alternate interior angles for AB and CD, okay. You can see that this angle x is and this angle y is alternate interior angles. So if for any two lines, if a transversal is intersecting these two lines, then if alternate pairs are equal, then we can directly say that AB is parallel to CD, okay. So this is also proved like this. Okay, students, very easy question it was. Here we can directly find the value of x by the linear pair of angles. From here we can directly find the value of y from vertically opposite angles, and we can see that angle x is equal to angle y because both are equal to 130 degree, and as well as they are alternate interior angles, okay. So if they are alternate interior angles, then we can say that AB is parallel to what? CD. So here AB is parallel to CD. Okay students, so just pause the video and note it down. Now students, coming to the second question, and the question is, in figure, if AB is parallel to CD, see this AB is parallel to CD, okay, and CD is parallel to EF, means this line is parallel to this, okay, and also it is given that Y ratio Z, means the ratio of Y and Z is equal to 3:7, and we have to find X. Okay students, so firstly let us see that what is the meaning of Y ratio Z. It is given equal to 3:7. Let the ratio coefficient be A. Okay, suppose ratio coefficient is A, means now we can directly write the value of Y as 3A and the value of Z is 7A. Okay, if the ratio coefficient is A, then we can write that directly the value of Y as 3A and the value of Z as 7A. Now students, if CD is parallel to EF, okay, then we can say, see here, what will be this angle, what will be the value of this angle? If this is Y, okay, then this angle will also be equal to what? Y. Why? Because the reason behind is it what? These are the vertically opposite angles, okay, so this angle is also equal to what? Y. Now students, if CD is parallel to EF, then we can say that Y plus Z is equal to what? 180 degree. Why? Because this Y and this Z are co-interior angles. Okay, so the angles Y and Z are supplementary. See, directly here we cannot say that Y plus Z is equal to 180. Firstly, we'll write here Y, because these are the vertically opposite angles, okay, and after written here Y, we can see that Y plus Z is equal to 180 degree because of co-interior angles. Now the value of Y is 3A and the value of Z is 7A, and it is equal to 180 degree. 3A plus 7A, it is equal to 10A, is equal to 180 degree. So A will be what? A will be 180 upon this 10 will be here, 0 and 0 will be cancelled out, so A is what? 18 degree. Okay, so from here, by finding the value of A, we can find the value of Y. It is equal to 3A. 3A means 3 into the value of A, that is 18. So 18 3s are 54 degree. It is the value of Y. And what is the value of Z? The value of Z is 7 into A, that is 7 into 18, and 18 7s are 126 degree. Okay students, so these are the values of Y and Z. Yet it is not asked in the question. The value of Y and Z is not asked. What is asked in this question? That the value of X. So how we will find the value of X? So see students, this X and this Z, okay, we have seen that if AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, okay, we can say that AB is parallel to EF. This we have studied now. If two lines are parallel to the same line, then they are parallel to each other. Okay, so here AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF, so we can say that AB is parallel to EF. Now we will write, if AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, this will imply that AB is parallel to EF. So if AB is parallel to EF, we can say that X and Z are the angles which are alternate interior angles. So from here we can say if AB is parallel to EF, this X is equal to Z. Okay, and the value of Z we have seen 126 degree. So we can say the value of Z is equal to, the value of X is equal to 126 degree. So this is your answer. Okay students, so like this we can find the value of X from here. What we have done, let us see once again. Firstly, the ratio Y ratio Z is given 3:7. After that we have considered a ratio coefficient, that is A. Then Y is equal to 3A and Z is equal to 7A. We can write directly. After that CD was parallel to EF. Okay, if CD was parallel to EF, then we can say that, see here, if it is this angle is Y, then this angle is also equal to Y, because they are vertically opposite angles. Now if CD is parallel to EF, then Y plus Z are co-interior angles, and co-interior angles means their sum will be 180 degree. Now the value of Y is 3 and the value of Z is 7A. 3A plus 7A, that is 10A. 10A is equal to 180, so A is equal to 18. Now if A is equal to 18, from here we can put the value of A and then we will get the value of Z, Y and Z. Okay, after that in this question it was given AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. This will imply that AB is parallel to EF also. Okay, this will imply that AB is parallel to EF. Now X is equal to Z is equal to 126 degree, because these angles X and Z are alternate interior angles. Here you have to write the reason also, alternate interior angles. Okay, so like this students, we can solve this question also. Just pause the video and note it down. Let us see the next question. Question number 3 is, in figure, if AB is parallel to CD, this line is parallel to this line, EF is perpendicular to CD. This EF is perpendicular to CD. Okay, perpendicular means this angle is equal to what? 90 degree. And angle GED, which is angle GED? This angle. Okay, angle GED is 126 degree. Okay, this whole angle is 126 degree. Then find the value of angle AGE. We have to find AGE. Suppose this angle is X, we have to find angle AGE, that is X. Okay, here we have supposed it as X. Angle GEF, suppose this is angle Y, we have supposed it as Y. And angle FGE means this angle. Okay, FGE, suppose this is angle Z. So here we have supposed it as Z. So how we will find X, Y and Z from this figure? Okay, so see students, in the solution of this question, firstly we are going to write that angle GED, it is given, how much? It is given 126 degree. Okay, and angle GED is equal to what? It is the sum of this angle and this angle. Okay, so here we will write angle GED is equal to angle GEF plus angle FED. See, angle GEF plus FED, if we will add these two angles, then we will get what? Angle GED. Okay, now what is angle GEF? Angle GEF we have supposed Y, and angle FED we have supposed as 90 degree, and this is equal to 126 degree. Now find the value of Y. How will find the value of Y? this 90 will be shifted, so it will be 126 minus 90. So 126 minus 90, it will be 36 degree. Here y is equal to 36 degree, and what we have supposed that y is angle GEF now. So angle GEF we have found, that is 36 degree. Now students, this is 36 degree y. Okay, now we have to find the value of x and the value of z. How will find it? So see students, it is given that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, it is given, and if AB is parallel to CD and GE is a transversal, you can see that this GE is intersecting both of the lines AB and CD. So if GE is transversal, then the angle AGE, it will be equal to angle, see, this angle will be equal to this angle, means angle GED. Okay, so here you can see that angle GED is equal to what? Angle GED is 126 degree. So angle AGE, that is x, it is also equal to 126 degree. The reason behind it is alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Okay, see, this x is equal to the whole, this is 90 plus 36, that is 126 degree. So this is the value of angle AGE. So in these three, okay, among these three we have found two, x and y. X is 126 and y is 36 degree. Now the last one we have to find FGE. Okay, so see students, we can say that x plus z is equal to 180 degree. Why? What is the reason behind it? Because they are the linear pairs of angles. So it is linear pair angles. Okay, so x is what? X is 126 degree, and z we have to find it out. So z will be what? 180 minus 126, that is, when you will subtract it, you will get 10 minus 6, that is 4, 7 minus 2, that is 5. Okay, so here basically z is equal to 54 degree, and z is what we have supposed, z as angle FGE. Okay, so this is how we can find all the three angles, angle AGE, angle GEF, and angle FGE. Okay students, so just pause the video and note it down. See, it is very important to correlate. Okay, correlate that what you have studied earlier. You have studied corresponding angle, co-interior angle, alternate interior angle. Okay, like this you have studied. Yes, alternate exterior angles also. Okay, so note it down and let us see the next question. Next question is, in the given figure, if PQ is parallel to ST, see in figure only this part is given, PQ is parallel to ST, okay, not this blue part is given. But if PQ is parallel to ST, it means that if we extend this part and this part, then these two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, so like this, PQ is parallel to ST, PQR is given 110 degree, this angle is 110 degree, and angle RST is 130 degree, means this angle is 130 degree RST. So we have to find angle QRS, means we have to find this angle. So how will find this angle, students? For that we have to construct something. We have to construct a line through R. Okay, we have to construct a line through R. Okay, and which is parallel to PQ and ST. Suppose the name of this line is XY. Okay, so firstly here we will write construction that a line through R such that, okay, and you can give the name of line XY. Okay, so a line XY through R such that XY is parallel to PQ and XY is parallel to ST. Okay, we have constructed a line XY through R such that it is parallel to PQ and it is parallel to ST. Now students, see, if we suppose this angle as 1, okay, if we suppose this angle as 1 and this angle as 2 and this angle as 3, okay, here I have given the name only. So we can see if PQ is parallel to XY, then 110 degree plus angle 1, the sum of these two should be equal to what? 180 degree. Reason is what? These are of what type? These are of the type co-interior angles. These are of the type co-interior angles. Okay, suppose it is equation number 1, or you can find the value of angle 1 from here. Angle 1 is equal to what? When you will shift this 110 in right hand side, you will get 180 minus 110, that is 70 degree. Okay, so this angle 1 is equal to 70 degree. This is equal to 70 degree. Now in the same manner, if ST is parallel to XY, then 130 degree plus angle 2, it should be equal to 180 degree. Why? Because of the same reason, that is co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. Okay, from here we can find the value of angle 2, that is this 130 when shifted it will be 180 minus 130, that is 50 degree. So angle 2 is 50 degree. Now students, since XY is a line, okay, we have drawn a line XY. Since XY is a line, then the sum of all these angles means angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 2, okay, the sum of all these angles should be equal to what? 180 degree. Why? Because linear pair axiom. By the linear pair axioms, the sum of all these angles should be equal to what? 180 degree. Now the value of angle 1 is what? 70 degree. The value of angle 3 you have to find out. The value of angle 2 is 50 degree. Okay, and it is 180 degree. So what is the value of angle 3? All these two angles means 70 plus 50, that is 120. So this 120 will be shifted in right hand side, so it will be 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. So angle 3 is equal to 60 degree, and angle 3 is what? Angle 3 is the angle that you have to find out, that is angle QRS. Okay students, so like this we can find the angle QRS. Okay, this is one method that we can prove like this. Okay, another methods can be there, like this question we can also solve by the figure only. Okay, how we'll solve? So it was given that BQ is parallel to ST. So if PQ is parallel to ST, means we have to extend this and we have to extend this also. Okay, then these two lines are parallel. Okay, So if these lines are parallel, see here, this angle is 110 degree. Okay, then what will be the value of this angle? This angle, see, the sum of these two should be 180 degree because they are linear pair of angles. So if it is 110 degree, then it will be what? 70 degree. It will be 70 degree now, because it is 110 plus 70, then it is 180. This angle is what? If this is 130 degree, then these are co-interior angles. Okay, because the lines are parallel, so the same side of interior angles are known as co-interior angles. And what I have told you about co-interior angles, that co-interior angles are supplementary angles. So if it is 130 degree, then it will be what? 50 degree. So if it is 50 degree, then its vertically opposite angle, it will also be equal to 50 degree. Okay, now see, you can give the name it as U. Okay, see, this QRU is a triangle. Okay, triangle QRU, and we know very well that the sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So we can write angle Q plus angle R plus angle U is equal to 180 degree. Angle Q is what? Angle Q is 70 degree. Angle R is what? Angle R we have to find out. And angle U is what? Angle U is 50 degree. It is equal to 180 degree. Okay, now 70 plus 50 is what? 120 degree, plus angle R is equal to 180 degree. So angle R will be what? 180 minus 120, then it will be 60 degree. Okay, so angle R is 60 degree. Angle R means angle QRS. So like this also we can solve this question, but yes, we have to show that how this angle is 70 degree and how this angle is 50 degree. Okay, so in both of the methods you can solve by any method. Okay, yes, in fair copy if you want to write down, then you can write like method 2 and then you can solve it. Okay, method 2. Now students, coming to our next question, and that is question number 5. The question is, in the given figure, if AB is parallel to CD, angle APQ is 50 degree, and PRD, this PRD means this is 127 degree, then we have to find X and Y. X is here in this question and Y is here. We have to find the value of X and Y. How will find? Let us see. See students, in the solution of it we will write, see, AB is parallel to CD. It is given that AB is parallel to CD. It is given. Okay, so angle APQ means this angle is equal to angle PQR. Why? See, this angle and this angle will be equal because PQ is a transversal. PQ is transversal. So these are the pair of alternate interior angles. Okay, we can see that AB is parallel to CD and PQ is transversal, so their alternate interior angles will be equal. Angle APQ is given, it is equal to what? 50 degree, and PQR is what? PQR is X, so we can find here that X is equal to 50 degree. So like this we can find the value of x, that is 50 degree. Okay, now students, we have to find the value of y. How we can find the value of y? See, if AB is parallel to CD and this time we are taking PR as transversal, and PR is a transversal. PR is a transversal. Then students, this 50 plus y means this whole angle. Okay, whole angle is what? 50 plus y, na? So this 50 plus y is equal to 127 degree. Are you getting? See, this whole angle 50 plus y is equal to 127 degree, and 12 minus 5, that is also 7. So y is equal to 77 degree. Okay students, so like this we can solve this question also. It was question number 5 of this exercise. Now let us see the last question of this exercise, and that is question number 6. In the given figure, PQ and RS, two mirrors placed parallel to each other. See, this PQ and RS are two mirrors which are parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes mirror PQ at B. See, this is AB. This incident ray strikes at B on PQ mirror. Okay, and because of it is reflected. Because of this mirror it is reflected, and it has gone in the path of BC. Okay, the reflected ray moves along the path BC and strikes the mirror RS, and this ray strikes the mirror RS at C, and after that it again reflected and move in the path of CD. Okay, we have to show that this AB is parallel to CD. Okay, we have to show that this AB is parallel to CD. See students, how we can prove it? If you will show that this whole angle is equal to this angle. Okay, if we will show that this angle is equal to this angle, then supposing BC as a transversal and their alternate pair, if the alternate pairs are equal, then we can say that AB is parallel to CD. See, some physics are involved here, some physics are applied here. How we will solve this question? Let us see. So firstly students, we have to construct something to solve this question. What will construct? Firstly we'll write construction, and what will construct? We'll construct two perpendicular lines through B and C. Okay, so we have constructed BM. Construct BM perpendicular to PQ. Okay, one line we have will construct BM that is perpendicular to PQ, and one line CN is perpendicular to RS. Okay, two lines we have to construct here. One is BM perpendicular to PQ and one is CN perpendicular to RS. Like this. See, BM is perpendicular to PQ and CN is perpendicular to RS. So because of this BM, suppose here it is angle 1, here it is angle 2, this is your angle 3 and angle 4. Now students, what is the law of reflection? In law of reflection you have studied that for any reflected ray, the angle of incident is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, so see, this is the normal. Okay, this is the normal that we have drawn. So on this normal, the angle of incident is angle 1, and the angle of reflection, the angle of this is what? Angle 2. Okay, so we can write according to law of reflection at B, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Okay, in the same manner here at C, angle 3 you can write here, and at C angle 3 is equal to angle 4, because here also, okay, this BC is an incident ray, and after striking this RS it moves along the path CD. Okay, and this is normal, so it will be angle 3 and it is angle 4. So angle of incident is equal to angle of reflected ray. Okay, so angle 3 and angle 4 will be equal by the law of reflection. Suppose it is your equation number 1 and it is your equation number 2. Now see students, it was given that PQ is parallel to RS. From PQ is parallel to RS, and see this BM is what? It is perpendicular to PQ, and this CN is what? It is also perpendicular to RS. Okay, so if these two are parallels, means their perpendicular should also be parallel. Okay, what is the meaning of it? We are saying that BM is parallel to CN because both are perpendiculars on parallel lines. Okay, so that will also be parallel. Now see, if BM is parallel to CN and BC is a transversal, and BC is a transversal, then angle 2 will be equal to angle 3. Why? Angle 2 is equal to angle 3 because they are the pair of alternate interior angles. Okay, so see students, angle 2 is equal to angle 3 we have found. If we'll multiply by 2 both sides, if 2 is multiplied in both sides, then we can say that it is 2 into angle 2 and it is 2 into angle 3. 2 into angle 2 means we can say that angle 2 plus angle 2, and 2 into angle 3 means angle 3 plus angle 3. We can write now. Why we are doing so? Because we want to show that this whole angle is equal to this angle. Okay, and for this we have to multiply by 2 both sides. Okay, and after multiplying it by 2, we have written in the separate form. Okay students, now see, angle 2 is equal to angle 1. So at this place we are going to write angle 1. Okay, and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So at this place, okay, we are going to write angle 4. Okay, from 1 and 2 we have written this step. Now see students, angle 1 plus angle 2 will give what? It will give ABC, angle ABC, and angle 3 plus 4 will give what? Angle BCD. Now in this figure, the whole angle ABC and the whole angle BCD is what? It is, and BC is a transversal. So these are the pair of alternate interior angles for what two lines? For AB and CD. So this step will give us the result that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, and here we will write these are alternate pair. So if these are alternate pair, then this will give the result AB is parallel to CD. Okay students, so if you will understand the concept of this question is very easy. Okay, only you have to do what? You have to draw two normals, okay, BM and CN. After that you will show that angle of incident is equal to angle of reflected ray. Okay, so 1 and 2 is equal, 3 and 4 is equal. Then we have shown that angle 2 is equal to angle 3. We have multiplied it by 2 and written in the separate form. We have shown angle 1 plus 2 is equal to angle 3 plus 4, means angle ABC is equal to angle BCD. And if these two angles are equal, BC is the transversal, then AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so like this we can solve the question. So students, we have completed our exercise 6.2. In the next part, firstly we'll see the concept on which the exercise 6.3 is based on, and after that we'll see the exercise. Okay, so this is enough for today. Thank you students.